When people are afraid of heights and of dangers in the streets. When the almond tree blossoms and the grasshopper drags itself along, and desire no longer is stirred. Then people go to their eternal home, and mourners go about the streets. Ecclesiastes, verse 12, line 5. This quote from the Bible gives the title of the book within the book and the man in the high castle. The grasshopper lies heavy. The title of the book is a reference to the fact that the end is a toll humans can't bear. The grasshopper representing the idea of morality, showing its stubbornness like a form of denial. The book within the book is about a world in which the axe is lost, a symbol to deny the real world. The book likes to play with the idea of denying reality, showing the importance of the situation the characters are in, yet not paying attention to the major conflict. Each character is in their own form of denial. Mr. Childen, the antique broker, is in denial that he is important. The character holds himself on a pedestal where his existence is merely a relic of the past. He thinks he wants to change, but what he really wants is to be in the past. This is shown by him owning his antique store. Mr. Frink relies on a book to make all of his decisions for him, showing a denial that he is in control of his own actions. Within the book, not a single one of the choices that he makes has ever been his own. They have all toiled down to what he thinks the book wants. Juliana Frink is in denial that she wants to avoid the past, avoiding any parts of her life she doesn't want to deal with, along with avoiding the conflict of the war. Mr. Baines is in denial of the true danger he faces if he tries helping the Japanese. In chapter 12 of the book, Mr. Baines sings a nursery rhyme. Den Wind et is der Vater mit seinem Kind. This line from the book is about the Erklong, the fairy king of the forest, an old German nursery rhyme warning kids about the dangers of staying too long in the forest. The Erklong murders children in order to ease their suffering. It starts with the father and son traveling in the woods, trying to get home, when the son starts to see a figure and hears whispers. He tells his father, who ignores his son, telling him it's just a fairy tale. The Erklong promises the kid that he can play with him and his family for the rest of his life. Then, the son starts convulsing and dies. The father tries to rush him out of the woods, but fails to do so. His son is already dead. He went into denial because he couldn't stand the idea of losing his son. His denial isn't going to save his son, but neither will admitting it. It draws a parallel with the book by showing the choices that the characters could make, admitting to the truth or living in a safe fantasy where conflict is in the background. The father and the characters have similar attributes, though that isn't the only commonality between the nursery rhyme and the book. They both have a villain lurking in the shadows, a villain that can't be stopped. I cannot face this dilemma, Mr. Togami said to himself. That man should have to act in such moral ambiguity. There is no way in this. All is muddled. All chaos of light and dark, shadow and substance. Dick, page 200. Well, eventually they'll have to face this conflict between Germany and Japan. The only way to get over denial is to come to terms with it. The next most important symbol in the book is the Colt .44 revolver. This revolver, though it may not seem important, connects most of the characters together in the story. It's forged by Mr. Frink, who then sells it to Mr. Childen. Mr. Childen then sells it to Mr. Togami, who shows it off in front of Mr. Baines. The weapon itself is a symbol of authenticity, and what goes better with denial than questioning what's authentic and what's fake? They enabled him to prove that he was right, that the word fake meant nothing really, since the word authentic meant nothing really. Dick, page 67. But authenticity should be important in your life, shouldn't it? The book focuses on the topic of whether or not authenticity is important, questioning whether or not it's better to live without the truth than it is with it. And this is why the Colt .44 is a perfect symbol for authenticity. In the book, we never really know if it's real or fake because it's always being counterfeited. But the real question is, should we really care? It's the same type of gun. Which begs the question of whether or not authenticity is really important. But denying the truth will only worsen things. It'll make you forget what's fact and what's fiction, forever doomed to remain in the forest with the Erklong. Thanks for listening to my vlog. If you liked it, I posted 2 vlogs beforehand and there'll be another vlog soon coming. Stay classy, Cohort B.